I'm Rob Anderson. This is a dairy farm here. It's approximately 128 hectares, so we milk 210 cows. Well, the fire here took 75% of our farm out, so we roughly lost 100 hectares. We only had sort of 4 paddocks that we actually could contain stock in after the fires had went through, so did a huge amount of damage.
My name's Tony Knight. I manage 300 acres here, known as Riverbank, in Tonnenbach. The vast amount of the property was damaged on Black Sat Day. A lot of it was beyond repair, a lot of it was write-off. There's 16 kilometres of fencing, including boundary fencing on this property. The pasture, 80% write-off, so the fire went basically through the whole place.
Well, some of the first steps was we had animals we had to destroy that were actually burnt, and we had to dispose of them. So that was one of our first priorities, actually, to sort of get rid of the injured stock. And then assessing water supply. That was probably our next critical thing because we had no power for 3 days.
Livestock's number one, probably mainly because they need food and water. Really the first thing to do was to quarantine in an area that can hold them, a secure area, and make sure that they've got clean food and water and that they're healthy, that they're not damaged in any way from the fire.
For us, you know, once we got past that initial assess the damage, got milking again, getting cows healthy again because we had problems there of mastitis and sick cows. We had crews coming in volunteering, which was fantastic. But yeah, it was like getting fences, getting paddocks cleaned up, ready to actually re-sow, because we knew that we had to re-sow to get our farm going again as far as our pasture recovery was concerned.
We re-sowed one pasture. We re-sowed it about 9 months before Black Sat Day. And so you could actually see the lines. It was burnt in lines along where the sow marks were, and we concluded that it might regen, so we waited. But unfortunately, it was very retarded in growth and very patchy. So we then went and sowed it, and we spent probably $300 or $400 a hectare in re-sowing it, and that didn't take. So then we had a problem. We started throwing, good money after bad, and nothing was happening. So that's when fortunately John Gallion, our agronomist, became involved. We started to get some specialist advice, some soil testing and things like that.
John Gallion do agricultural consulting work. The general feeling is that you have to cultivate and prepare a good seed bed, but because the fire's gone through and basically cleaned it out, and a lot of the debris gets swept away in the ash anyway, in the wind, it's a matter of getting another plant to grow there, generally a grass plant, and if you've got in a climate where you can grow ryegrass, well, that'd be the first one to put in, and try and get that established. It doesn't need a lot of expense in terms of soil preparation or nutrients. The main nutrient that it'll need will be phosphorus and nitrogen, and so to get those plants in, that's the first priority.
Well, the thing that we've just done in the last 4 months is removed all our dead cypress plantations. Like, we had 300 metres of dead cypress plantations that were never going to recover after the fire. So if you want to get your farm back on track and neat, and the way it was before Black Saturday come through, you start to chip away at those things. So, that's our next job for next autumn. We've removed those trees now, so now the process is to, re-fence those plantations and replant them back.
I guess that a lot of our challenges are going to come in the future to actually a lot of the trees that are still standing and are suffering or dead. They're going to offer a challenge with fences and things like that. So pasture's another challenge. We've still got to oversow a lot of damaged pasture, a lot of pasture that's not terribly productive. And I guess the other thing is keeping focused. I mean, we've been focused to date. It's probably easy to sort of start to relax a bit, but we've still got a lot of work to do.